Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer. And a beautiful Wednesday morning it is. Welcome into Hump Day, and you know what I always tell you, it's always downhill from here in, and it's just a smooth sailing on into the weekend. But you know, each and every first Wednesday of the month, we take you to Wellness Wednesday, and there is so much that we need to talk about when it comes to this temple right here that we have to take care of. And you know what February represents, right? February is Heart Month, right? And we've got my girl Joy Powell. I almost said your maiden name. Joy Powell is in with me, and Toinetta.
Yes,
I got it right.
You did.
And she's in with us today, and we're going to talk about a lot with red. Yeah. And what that red, that you know, with Heart Month, what it is, how important it is to take care of the only heart that we have, and to keep it flowing, pumping the way that it should be pumping. But let me say this first of all. I want to say thank you for all of those who decided that they were going to walk with me, step with me, and sponsor Black History Month. You know, this is Black History Month, and I tell you every day since February 1 hit, Black History every day. Every day. And you know what? We can celebrate. No matter what the media may say, nobody needs any permission to celebrate you because you are Black History. Let's say thank you for realizing and walking in that faith. Today, let me say thank you to Mr. Wings Chicken and Waffle. He's a sponsor of this show. And of course, we've got Escambia County Democratic Party. Thank you so very much. Wildcat Soaps and Candles. I appreciate you from the heart. And of course, Supplemental Care Supplies. Thank you, my girl Gabrielle. You're always there. And AHW Barber Academy. I couldn't ask you for any more. Thank you so much for being a part of what we call taking care and looking out for each other. And of course, my girl Joy, look at her, she just smiling. She got this beautiful smile on her face. Look at her. What you go? I missed you, Joy.
I missed you, and I missed y'all.
There you go. Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
And I want you to introduce who's going to be talking with us today more about the heart.
Sure. Well, this is Dr. Toinetta Coolie. She is a pivotal staple in our heart and vascular program at Baptist Healthcare. I'm going to allow her to just talk about what she does, but I'm just going to pass it over.
And you know what, Doctor? I want to say this because I give men their props because I love to do that. And I've got to come back and say this. This is now Dr. Joy.
Yes, yes.
Dr. Joy Powell. Thank you, girls.
Yes.
You got me now interested in checking out school to go back to school again. Well, Doctor, let's hear from you.
So I am a doctor of nursing practice.
Right.
I am a nurse practitioner.
Right.
Been a nurse for over 27 years, and I am working with the Baptist Heart and Vascular in their heart failure clinic.
Wow. When we say heart failure, and I'm always about educating our community on things that we think we know, but we're not totally aware of, on how is it some of the things, with this being Heart Month, that we can tell our viewers, share with them the importance of this vessel, this thing right here in the middle of our chest that take care of us, that take us all the way. Some of the things that we should be aware of to do to make sure we're doing what we should do, Joy, to make sure that this is working right. And if you feel something different, I'm going to share something with you because I thought about this last night. I have a problem with indigestion, and it goes all in my back. And sometimes, doctor, I kid you not, doctors, when don't let me lie down and drink some water. It feels like one night I got scared. I said, "Oh Lord, am I having a heart attack?" I went to the emergency room. They said, "No, you're fine."
let me put a shameless plug there.
Okay.
Do not go to the emergency room for indigestion.
I thought I was having a heart attack.
But sometimes we don't know.
We don't.
That's right. So I want to be sure.
Yes, I do. I agree with you. But sometimes we don't know. But we do want to take care of our heart. We want to take care of our body,
right,
the temple that we've been given, like you said.
Exactly.
And so, and how do we do that? We do that by keeping our appointments with our physicians, by taking the prescribed medications that we're given.
Right.
We have to make sure that we do our part as well.
Right, of course.
And that's eating right, a healthy diet.
Right.
Not smoking.
Right.
Exercising at least 3 times a week. Some people can't do it every day.
Exactly.
And some people love to do it. And sometimes your exercise is just getting out and walk.
Thank you. If you do
Just a
30 minutes a day,
leisurely
I know that for a fact. That's a great thing because that will show you a vast improvement if you just do 30 minutes a day.
And do you know that exercising also decreases depression?
Maybe that's why I'm feeling better.
Well, you look good.
But you know, these are things that we just want to share because of the fact that we sometimes take advantage or take it for granted because, okay, I feel okay today. And I love to boast about this. I am, and I don't take any medications. I only do vitamins. Wonderful. But I do, but I'm active. And I say that to say that it's not every day when I want to go walk, Joy. No, but rain or shine, I go do it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do it so I can make sure that I can live a little longer. Look cute.
We all want to.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Put a little laughter in it. Mm-hmm. I mean, because, you know, this young lady here like she's 20 to me. Mm-hmm. I mean, such a baby face. But you're doing something right, Joy, to take care of you.
Yeah, so, you know, I'll be transparent with my journey.
Right.
I had to get help to take care of me.
Of course.
So you have to, as Toinetta said, you have to follow your coach. And your coach is your primary care physician. Mm-hmm. And so we're doing a push in Escambia County to make sure everyone has a primary care doctor.
Okay.
So that we know we have a shortage of specialty care. But in order for you even to get on the list for specialty care, you have to be referred from someone.
Okay.
You just can't drop out the sky and say, I'm going to see Toinetta. No.
Right.
You have to be referred, proper diagnosed. And so even for individuals that are not insured, they can go over to Health and Hope. I was there last week for their grand opening.
Yes.
And so we have avenues within the two counties, but we have to push to make sure everybody has their coach so that when diagnosis is like, I was going to say, congestive heart failure, but heart failure or...
I thought you were going to say indigestion.
No, I won't say indigestion. When those things come up, they know how to properly route you to the proper coordinator.
Right.
So that's what specialty care is, more like coordinator from your coach. You know, I'm a football person, so I'm going to put everything in a football analogy.
I know we won't be able to find you this weekend.
I won't be at the Super Bowl.
You'll be in front of TV somewhere.
No, I won't. I'll be in Mexico. Ain't that something?
What? Oh, did you hear that, Toinetta?
I was singing, I don't want to go to Mexico no more. But yeah, and so on the
oh my goodness, is that me?
That is you.
Hello, that's Jesus calling. Oh.
Well, don't tell him to call you back.
I want to meet Jesus.
You might want to talk to him. But yeah, so you know, and anything that you have just one of, you gotta take extra care of.
Right.
If something happens to this right arm, I can learn how to use this left arm.
Absolutely.
Same thing with these legs, even the eyes.
Absolutely.
But this heart,
come on,
you just get
That's
one.
right.
you get one.
Get one.
You got to make sure you take
Gotta
care of
take
that.
care of it.
Now you said something with the opening of the new facility, Hope.
Health and Hope,
Health and Hope, that people who do not have insurance can get there.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that because some people may not, and don't be ashamed if you don't have it.
That's right.
Do what you got to do to take care of you. Stop saying, oh, I don't want to tell Joy. I don't want to go to either one of these doctors here and say, I don't have it. That's the way you're going to get it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but what's that process there if you don't have insurance? I heard you say if they don't.
Yeah, so if you don't have insurance, of course you have to, they're located almost at the corner of Olive and Davis on Olive Baptist Church's campus. I'll have the number back when we come off a break.
Okay.
So I want to give the number. And you just call and set up an intake. And they do everything from behavioral to dental. They have a pharmacy. And then let's say you have to have some tests. If you have to have some tests, they have partnerships with other facilities like Baptist or Ascension Sacred Heart to be able to go and get different tests.
Really?
In labs and all that. So it's a full service clinic. It's just for people who are not insured.
Right. Are they connected with Olive Baptist?
No, they just hold.
It's on that campus?
Hold the campus.
Okay.
They used to be, we used to have a second location on the legacy campus of Baptist. But then we thought, hey, we really need to be able to offer the community something more central.
Right.
So they moved all of the resources to that facility. And so what they opened last week was the wellness arm.
Oh, okay.
Just to be able to, they have cooking classes and different things like that to be able to help the patients better.
So they're educating people how to take care of themselves, even down to the preparing of the meals, right? Which is a good thing, I think, because sometimes, okay, I'm going to be just as transparent as I know how. When we grew up in the country, like I grew up in the country, you got everything you wanted: the pork chop, the green, the bread, the syrup, the sugar, and everything you had. But that's the way then what they had that's all you had to live. And some of that is instilled in us, that brings that along, that baggage with you. And when you are educated on how that you can enjoy those foods, but there's some ways you got to prepare it differently so that it won't affect the body as it is. You run into that a lot?
Yes, run into that a lot. And so what I try to do is meet patients where they are.
Right.
And not to change what they're doing, but let's talk about what you're doing. And it could be just a serving size, the size of your plate. It could be just using an air fryer versus using cooking in a regular, and eliminating the oils. And it could be changing the olive oil instead of, yes, olive oil is a little bit more expensive, but sometimes now you can find olive oil in Ross.
Thank you. I know
TJ Maxx, Marshalls, you know, for a reasonable price. And so when you're doing that, when you're talking to patients, you can't, it's very expensive when you say you're going on a diet.
Yep.
When you use that word diet, you spend more money in the grocery store trying to fund that diet than using what you already have.
Exactly.
So sometimes just getting that mindset change. I grew up in the country too.
There you go.
You know, was raised very well.
Me
you know, and we grew a lot of our food.
Exactly.
And so we have to just say, okay, hey, what do you like to eat? You like to eat greens? Okay, let's talk about those. Greens are very healthy. What are you putting in your greens?
Don't put,
you know,
all
maybe
that
you
fat
want to
back in
change that ham hock to turkey.
Hey.
You know, so that's just an option that you can have for patients.
Absolutely. And you're taking me back, because my mother, rest her beautiful soul, she would take the bacon grease.
And
Smell
reuse it.
You
Smell it right now.
But that would taste so good. But she take that bacon grease and put it in those greens.
But see, the difference is they pass down the eating habits.
Yep.
And we like those.
Yes, sir.
But the work ethic. So
They did not.
So they could eat that way because they were going to
always
spend most of their
moving.
time in the sun, burning
In the
that off.
fields.
They're going to do that. But
Exactly.
so we like to, you know, do the greens with the fat back or the ham hock, but we didn't take the work ethic.
Exactly, because I know my father, rest his soul, he would work from sun up to sundown. And he could come in and eat anything. He was tall and skinny as he could be able to say, how did you do that, Father? You know, but they were doing just as Joy said. We're talking about taking care of the temple. And I believe in, if you don't know, add something daily that you're not used to doing. If you can't do it all at once, gradually grow into a different lifestyle, because it's all about change. Change is necessary. It may not feel good, but it's necessary. Stay with us. We're going to be talking more with the doctors on Wellness Wednesday, right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sunshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sunshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason, and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
Do you have a house that you want to turn into cash? I'm Mike with Mullet Man Buys Houses from Pensacola, Florida. Maybe you inherited a house, are facing foreclosure, have tenant issues, or the house is in general disrepair. I buy houses cash, in as-is condition, and close in as little as 3 weeks. I can provide you a competitive offer the same day I walk through your house. With Mullet Man Buys Houses, you can find the easy solution to put cash in your hand as quickly as possible.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
At Pensacola Habitat for Humanity, we believe every child should have a safe place to grow. That's why we work with you and the community to build not just a house, but a home.
She worked very hard to get this house. I really appreciate that because, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
When you help build a home, you build a future. Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
And welcome back to this Wednesday edition of Wellness Wednesday. And of course, we are talking with the doctors. I love saying that from, do you want me to say Baptist Faith Network? Because your title has changed.
No, it's just Baptist. We just one band, one sound.
Well, what band, one sound, but your title has changed.
My title now is the Chief Health Equity Officer.
Yes, that's Miss Officer, Dr. Officer. No, this inspires our young people. Let's say if I have some adults who are watching right now. Now, with you being a young lady, look at what you have accomplished. This is only going to inspire our young people that they can do anything that put before them. They can get that degree as well, but you gotta work hard for it. And with this being Black History Month, and I'm saying, look at these two beautiful Black women, these doctors here, and to inspire our people that we can do anything. I'm so transparent, you can see through me now. Because what we're dealing with in the world today, I want that message to be out there. There's nothing that we can't do. You can't take away what we are. Thank you. But let's go back to the heart. Because I get a little bit that way sometimes. But when it comes to, we were talking about, we're going to get the phone number and the address to the Hope Center. There it is.
Health and Hope, it's at 1718
East Olive Road.
East Olive Road, and you have the number.
And the phone number is 850-479-4456. That's 850-479-4456. If you do not have insurance, do not allow yourself to become even more ill. Go get some help. And get the help that you need. Just because you don't have that on that paper, thank God that he had made a way that you can get over there and get help anyway.
Even if everything is right.
That's right. Just make sure.
And regularly get checked up.
Yes.
You know, even if everything is right. Because
that's right.
Stay away from Dr. Google.
And Dr. Emergency.
Yeah, and Dr. Emergency room. But no, we encourage residents, patients to go to the emergency room if they're having an emergency.
Exactly.
So you did right because you didn't know.
That's right.
Right. But we want to make sure that people are going to the most appropriate point of care. And we really want that to start in the primary care office.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, it is utterly important. Now, when it comes down to Heart Health Month, are there any special events or anything that's going to be going on that we can share with the public?
Absolutely. We have the Faith Health Network is having Dr. Balfour. He's doing Healthy Hearts for us on, hey, there it is, on February 20th. To register, I guess Sonshine, you can put this up on social media or whatever.
Yes, I will.
You have to reach out to one of our team members. Dinner will be served. It will be a heart healthy dinner, so don't think you're gonna get fried chicken and you're not getting none of that. And so we Red Dress Sunday is the last Sunday of the month.
Okay.
We're wearing our red dresses today.
Okay.
And the other thing is Friday is National Wear Red Day.
This Friday.
So if you want to put your red on and post it on social media and hashtag Sonshine Corner, and Healthy Hearts and FHN, we all for it. So
let's do that.
But it's all about bringing awareness.
Let's change my outfit now. I was gonna wear my Beyonce Friday, but I got my hat ready.
I believe you.
But see, you made me think about Black history because it's been 50 years since a Black woman has won the Country Music Award. And she broke that. The first time was 50 years ago with the Pointer Sisters. Wow. And I got my outfit laid up. Now I got to go get me a red hat. Hey.
Something else to add to your wardrobe.
Yeah. And guess what you're doing while you're shopping?
What?
You active. You moving.
Moving around.
You moving. You pushing that boogie.
Swiping that chick.
I ain't say that part, but yeah. And I want to emphasize something that Toinetta said. She talked about physical activity. I want everybody to know that if you'd like to work in the yard, that's physical activity.
That's right.
If you, like me, have hardwood or tile floor throughout your whole house and you mop those floors,
thank you.
That is activity. So don't think we're talking that you got to go to a gym and pump weights and stuff like that. You just got to get the body moving more.
Exactly.
And when you get that body moving, not only does it do something for your heart, it does something for these things called joints.
Okay.
Because after a certain age, you sit on the side of the bed, you say, oh. But then you got to
stick it out and go, it pops.
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
you got to move those joints because it's just like anything else. If that door over there, if we don't open it enough,
it's gonna squeak.
It's gonna squeak, and you got to put WD-40 on it, right? But it's the same thing with our body, but there is no WD-40. So we got to make sure that everything sounds the way it should sound when we move
See how
around.
she makes me laugh? She can turn
All the
everything
time.
around into it, but she causes it to be an easy way to do it by her bringing it and delivering the message the way she does. You know, with that WD-40, that leg squeak, that ain't gonna be no WD-40.
Ain't no
I mean, you need to get
WD-40.
up.
Not for that.
But that's a good thing, because every time, if you are just so firm, this is what you've got to do, that's gonna push me away. So allow what you need to. When you find out new ways of doing things, it's easier. And that way you can incorporate your entire family into this.
Right.
Have a time set. Okay, after dinner today, we're going to go walk, family. Tomorrow, we're going to clean the baseboards, girls. We're going to clean the whole house. You understand what I'm saying? Just something, cause it to be an activity, and get the family incorporated in that, and it'll be more fun. You get more work done. Go out and rake the yard. Whatever.
And if you live in an apartment and you're on the second or third floor, utilize those steps as a tool.
Absolutely.
If you're at work and you work on the 5th or 6th floor, take the stairs some days instead of the elevator.
Absolutely.
And so just do small things. Small things. You'll be surprised how small things make a big change if
Most
they're done
certainly.
consistency.
And if you've got questions for these ladies today, I mean, if there's something that you're dealing with or you don't want to share your name, you can do that. Or just to find out ways where you can find out what's going on with you. Maybe you had indigestion, thought you had a heart attack. But, hey, I know I didn't have a
You
heart
think
attack.
Jesus was calling to ask Toinetta about
Yeah,
that?
Jesus was calling. And I told Jesus, I said, Lord, forgive me.
You know, something else too, we can also get us an accountability partner.
Yes. That makes it
is
easier.
Always good. Someone to motivate us, that push us, and to drive to move forward. That's always a good thing to do, because it starts with a mindset change, like you said, and it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight.
Exactly.
And sometimes we don't always see a outward change, and so very fast like we want to, because we're living in this microwave generation.
Say it.
And but we need to keep going.
Exactly.
Because the change happens on the inside first before it can show up on the outside.
I agree. I have to say, even with David, the cameraman, I went through something. And sometimes we tend to, some people, when they go through certain situations, they'll gain weight. I'm one of those. Even though I'm not consuming, but I'll put on weight. And when I saw myself in the mirror, when my face was no longer oval, it had become round. And I said, ooh, and Eric called me the moon pie face. I said, oh my God, it's time to make a change. But he gave me an idea, and I'll say this to anybody, and I have found out and realized the history behind keto. It's just teaching you how to eat, how to cut those carbs. And believe me, it has worked. I've got the oval face again. But I'm learning now to incorporate that into my lifestyle. I don't call it a diet. I learn now what I cannot have. And I want to teach our friends too, when you go in the supermarket, read.
Yeah.
Read those labels.
Yes.
Read those labels. And when you go in the supermarket, something else I found out, this is all to help with the healing of the body. When you go in, go to the produce section first. Go there first. Because you're going to get all those green vegetables, all the green things that are needed in the body to help you. And don't go in the grocery store hungry.
That's number one. You're going to spend more money that way anyway.
And you're going to buy a cookie. You're going to go over there, you're going to pick up something. You're going to be eating on something in the store. You don't care what it is. And all these, what they call them, them delis? Because I used to go in there and get them chicken strips like crazy. I mean, but the fact that they were fried. But these are just little tips that you can add to help aid in the heart doing what it's supposed to do to keep this entire temple moving on the right note.
Let me say something maybe for some of our listeners that can't go to a Publix or a Fresh Market. You know, Dollar General has put up all these markets, and some of them have
little sections
fresh
in them.
fruits and vegetables, even frozen vegetables. Make sure that you're still reading the label.
That's
I
right.
know a couple of weeks ago we had an individual that could only get to a Dollar Tree.
That's right.
So after we found like the canned tuna and the canned chicken, and so you have to be able to make sure it's something that's affordable and attainable. So no, we're not saying ride the bus to Publix. We're saying wherever you have to shop, do it with a smart lens.
Amen.
Do it with a smart lens.
I have to add lib to that because that is a very good idea. And so you think about those things, and we also have to, the canned goods and the frozen foods, we have to think about the sodium because we are talking about heart disease.
Lots of sodium.
And so what I sometimes what people can think about is rinse those off.
Yeah.
When you open those cans,
rinse them.
Rinse it off, you know, and then that way you can, you know, cook it and make it where it doesn't have as much sodium as was preserved in those cans to make it last for you to be able to go and get it.
Exactly.
So we have to remember that, and that's another way to help. And like you said, read the labels, see how much sodium is in there.
That's right.
You know, we know that 720 milligrams of sodium is a lot.
That's a whole lot.
You know, that's too much. 300 is a lot. You know, so we need to look at those labels. Sometimes people don't have time to do that because they might be getting a ride that's waiting for them. So they go pull them off. So if that's what you have to do, just rinse it.
Rinse it. It's a way to combat what you're doing in the store. And I want to also add to, which is a great thing that I think that we lean on, sugar. Sugar's our enemy.
It
started on that one.
It's addictive.
It's
addictive.
And once you cut it out, you go through withdrawals.
You do.
I mean, it's this thing where it feels like, oh, I gotta have me a cookie with sugar in it. I gotta have, but it doesn't last long.
We almost need a Sugar Anonymous cookie.
You know, you can so here's the thing, we have to trick our brain.
Right.
And we all know this. So whoever invented the mini Sprite cans, that was the first one.
Yep.
That was a perfect idea. So if you have to have a cookie, or you know you love that chocolate chip cookie and I gotta have it, okay, get you 2.
And not the whole pack.
And not the whole sleeve.
You talking about 2 whole cookies or 2 mini cookies?
She must like cookies.
All you need to do is to get the taste of the cookie in your mouth.
Right.
If you sit the whole pack in front of you,
it's gonna be gone.
You're gonna eat that whole pack, not even thinking about it. When you look up, a whole sleeve is gone.
And don't buy it. Buy it when you want it. Don't have it stocked in your house.
Right.
Then every day you're gonna go get it.
Every day you know it's there. I'm looking at it, you know, versus not being there, and then you're thinking, oh, I sure would want that cookie, but I'm not finna drive way across town just to get a cookie.
I mean, yeah. I mean, no, I'm listening because I've been down that road. Pepsi Cola.
I have too.
I used to drink that. I mean, a 12-pack in a week.
By the minis.
That was gone. I would realize at midnight if I'm out of a Pepsi, I was this addicted. I would get up. So I would have that Pepsi when I get up in the morning. Now that's what you call addiction.
Yeah.
But then I had to get with, now I don't even do colas, period. But the fact of it is, what we're talking about today, we're talking about the professionals from Baptist Healthcare to teach you how to take care of you. If you've got questions, want to be a part of the conversation, I encourage you, 850-432-7768. You can call or text. The only crazy question is the one that you keep on the inside and never ask, because somebody has the answer for you to help you out with what it is that you're going through. And in this day and time, we need it. And there's a young lady that I see on social media, and I will not call her name, but she has done something I think is so great. She's got this garden, young woman. She plants these greens. I've never seen the most pretty greens in my life. Wow. And she sells them fresh. She has a whole garden. And now people are requesting so much from her. When she puts that garden up, it's amazing how fresh. Last time I called you, you know who I'm talking to. You didn't have any greens. I will be calling the game because they were so pretty. But what I'm seeing is she has taken the initiative to teach herself, her and her husband, how to grow their own vegetables.
That's wonderful.
And I mean, the garden is absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to take that step because I don't know if I could do it. But I would love to if I knew how, because when you see them, just look up, you might know her on social media. And that's how she gets people to eat healthy. And I mean, those greens were this big. I said, ooh, good. What kind of fertilizer did you use? But she sells out every time. Every time. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Sonshine, and your panel.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to make a comment. I appreciate you ladies for, all of the work that you do. Your service is so greatly appreciated. And I also wanted to just send a kudos to Toinetta. She is a wonderful doctor. She's been taking care of my nephew, Mr. Shine, for some time, and I just wanted her to know that I appreciate everything that she does, and she is so good at what she does. I feel like she is just anointed. So thank you, ladies, for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, we never know who's viewing.
That's right.
We never know who's watching. What Joy and I, we're finding this out every week that we're getting more and more that come to us and tell us, hey, look, thank you for what you're doing, because this is so needed in our community. And that's why I be begging, Joy, please. Joy, come on, please. Let's keep this going, because it is really benefiting. And we found out here last month, there are so many people who view but won't call.
Yeah, we were at the Living the Dream Award.
Living the Dream. So many people. We'll tell you more about that. We got to go to break. But let me say, it is Black History Month. And again, I want to thank my fine sponsors. They are Mr. Wings Chicken and Waffle, Escambia County Democratic Party, Wildcat Soaps and Candles, as well as Supplemental Care and AHW Barber Academy. Thank you for doing what you do right here with Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
There are many reasons someone may need in-home care, whether it may be respite care, them recovering from surgery, or having a chronic condition. Having someone dedicated and reliable is imperative. Supplemental Support Care Services was created to provide to those who are in need with quality care that they deserve in the home. Taking it a step further, our main goal is to ensure that Supplemental Support Care Services is where the love and care is top priority.
This is Charlie with RWB Spas in Pensacola. This is my #1 seller. It's the Bellagio Boo, which is aluminum frames and aluminum panels. We believe in the Charles Deming philosophy, which is quality, and we have the aluminum frames, aluminum panels, our thick inch base, and the latest, greatest technology on the market. RWB Spas, this is why everybody comes here. It's because they purchased the #1 seller in the country, rwbhottubs.com, and come meet Bambino.
Early in life, Tony found a love for craftsmanship through building furniture. Growing up in cabinet shops, he was drawn towards custom cabinetry, designing, and creating new and functional spaces. And to be able to share that passion with his clients, helping them turn their ideas into something special, making sure you get more for your investment.
Every kitchen and bath starts with your unique vision. I just bring it to life.
Master-built cabinets, beautifully handcrafted and customer designed.
This Black History Note is being brought to you by Supplemental Support Care.
Stacey Abrams, who narrowly lost her bid for governor and founded Fair Fight Action, a voting rights nonprofit organization that is building voters' protection teams in 20 states. She is credited with boosting voters' registration and getting out the vote.
This Black History Note has been brought to you by Supplemental Support Care. I tell you, I gotta tell you, that young lady right there, she is she's only, what, 9 years old? If she's 9, but she plays.
Why you gotta do this?
Oh, because she's, I'm sorry. We had to put her up on a stool. Okay?
Like me.
Yeah, like you.
They have to put me up on a stool.
Like you, like Mamie and the other ladies that we had to pick them up too.
Big things come in small packages.
That's right. But she is but we wanted to get our kids in the habit of knowing that history. So I said, this is the way they can be a part of it. Then they get to see themselves.
I can't wait till I see a little girl playing Toinetta Coolie.
Okay. Hey.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That'd be great.
I can't wait.
There you go. But we were talking about the fact that what we are offering, the things that we are doing in the community to educate our community on their heart, with this being Heart Health Month. Friday, everybody, please wear red. I'll probably wear red and white. Wear red so that we can, can't get another hat. Wear red and white so you can be a part of the representation. Take your pictures on social media, then we're going to tag you with it. Now, what's that tagline?
Hashtag Sonshine Corner.
Okay.
Hashtag Heart Health. Hashtag FHN.
We're going to do that, and that's going to be great. So everybody get ready. We got to make that happen. Listen, call us up at 850-432-7768. I like to give people their props. Wow. I like to give you their flowers because of the fact that all the work that you do, and I can imagine a day's work and what you do. People ill, don't know, trying to find, afraid, don't know what you're going to hear, or how do you deal with that every day. But I think God gives us a talent. He has everything for everybody that he has for you to do. And as a matter of fact, you guys are doing it well. You say, how long you been doing this now?
I've been a nurse for over 27 years.
Wow.
But I come from a family of nurses. So my mom, my grandma, my aunt.
Really? Absolutely.
So you got to love what you do.
And when you love what you do, it's not a job.
You never work a day in your life.
It's not a job.
That's right.
It's doing what you enjoy doing to help others. And that's something else I want us to try to get our community to see. That if we put our resources together when it comes to helping each other, even down with from the medical part to if it's just, I need a ride to the store. We're there to help. But don't be one of these people that are afraid to ask, because anybody, we don't know what tomorrow holds for nobody.
That's right.
It can change in the blink of an eye.
An old school saying, a closed mouth don't
Never
get fed.
Never get fed. And that's what we're trying to portray to you. And I gotta say, because when I saw Casey at the the Living the Dream, I mean, we gotta get her on. She jumped. I mean, she's actually stepped on my toe and didn't realize it. But no, it's the fact that they got so much information that you guys want to share.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. And they don't do this when person needs the help.
That's right.
You know, look at the lady that gave you your flowers, how you're helping with her. And your face, you could see it. Oh, in your face, it shows. But that's what we do. And with Faith Network, and your name now is just in the what you have done by going through the churches. You have opened up a door and a can of worms that should have been opened a long time, but you're doing a fantastic job with it. And even when they talked about you, I think that your read should have been longer when you received your award a couple of weeks ago. But the fact of it is that causes you to do even more. And I applaud you.
Oh.
I applaud you for what you do. Because we need that somebody that can go in. Even when this lady goes into churches.
Oh, she knows.
Oh, yeah.
She done been in there with me.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
I mean, is it hard to get some people to change?
It's difficult sometimes, but the thing about it, like I said before, you have to meet people where they are. You know, never forget your beginnings, because my beginnings didn't always start with the word doctor.
Amen.
It didn't start there. You know, I was a certified nursing assistant before that.
Right.
You know, that's why I started and just kind of worked myself up. And then when I had the opportunity to meet Joy, she was able to help me doing what I do for our patients, you know, so that we can go and meet them where they are.
Right.
And some of that, you know, without giving out too much information, some of that was like, whoa, really? You know, we didn't even realize that you guys were doing this. You know, but it was all for the patients. We never took anything back from it, but we made sure that our patients honestly did not leave like they came.
Right, and that's important. People want to go to a place where they're valued, where they're seen and heard. And I'll never forget how we sit up in Cobb Center that Saturday, and we really brought almost clinic to the Cobb Center.
Oh, really?
So if you had a high cholesterol reading, a high blood pressure reading, you were able to go and have a consult with the physician on the spot.
That was great.
We had it was good.
Fire department.
Yeah.
Let people get on the ambulance, you know, the ambulance service, EMS, they let people get on the ambulance if you've never ridden on one, or you rode in one and just forgot about it, or how the experience was, even for the kids, so they wouldn't be afraid, you know, to do it. So we had a really good time. We were giving out flu shots, different vendors, insurance companies. It was so neat, and that's what we're actually trying to partner with and do again soon, hopefully.
Okay, it's gonna happen. Please let me know so we can get it out there.
Yeah.
and build on it even more, you know, to make it grow. Somebody else wants to talk to somebody. Let's see who it is. Who do you think it is? Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine, sir.
All right, Ms. Sonshine, this is just a shout out to you guys for what you all do in the community, and I wanted to a special shout out to Dr. Joy, because I actually met her. I met you also, and met her at the Living the Dream
Is this
Awards.
Mr. Randall?
Is this Mr. Randall?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I just happened to come in, and I said, man, I almost missed it today. I'm going to give a shout out to you guys for what y'all do, man. And Dr. Joy, congratulations on that award.
Thank you, sir.
Because it just stands out so much for you guys, I tell you.
Oh, thank you so much.
We were going to shout you out.
That's right. We had already talked about you off scene.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, we sure did. But we appreciate you so much.
And we appreciate
what
you've given to...
We in the community appreciate you. And every time I run into you guys, I want to tell you personally, from a personal standpoint, how much the good that you all are doing in the community. And we just love you all to death and watch you all the time. And keep doing what you're doing.
Mr. Randall.
Mr. Randall?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
And thank you for the seed that you have planted in Pensacola.
That's right.
With Chief Eric Randall. And
yes,
congratulations to him as well.
That's right.
An apple doesn't fall
far from the tree.
Far from the tree. So I work really close with him, so I can only imagine the greatness that's inside of you.
That's right.
That you've passed on to him. So I appreciate you too, sir.
Well, again, thank you all so much, and thank you for the accolades, and we just love you. Keep doing what you're doing, okay?
We shall do it. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye. I mean, it's amazing. And every time I hear when the community comes back and say, thank you for what you're doing to get the information out, that causes me to want to work even harder, because that let me know there was a link that was missing that's needed. And with the fact that, and I have to give Joy her props, she came up with this name, Wellness Wednesday. We were there, what are we going to do? She said, I got to have you. We got to do something. She said, no, let's do Wellness Wednesday.
Wonderful.
She came up with it. And now it's planted. They know what they're going to find on that first Wednesday of every month, something that's going to help them with taking care of this. And she has such nice, I don't even worry. I'll go, like, I'll hear from her in a minute. She's going to tell me, okay, I got this. Because I know she's already doing to make it even better. I want to say this to Mr. Randall. Thank you so much. I mean, I want to say to Eric, I'm going to be riding along with him.
Oh.
We're going to do a ride along. And he told me at the prayer breakfast, don't make me come to that studio and get you. You won't have to do it, Eric. I'm going to call you and set it up so we can do that ride along, so I can understand what it is that our police department does every single day right here in our community. Stay with us. We got more for you on Sunshine's Corner.
Welcome to Little John's Big and Tall, where tall men and big men go for style, fit, and comfort. We offer a wide variety of styles and unique brands that service all sizes from large to 14X, as well as tall sizes from large tall to 6X tall. Our knowledgeable staff are here to make sure you have a stress-free experience and answer any of your questions. Little John's has been named Best of Pensacola and Best of the Bay for 4 years in a row. Visit Little John's at 5700 North Davis, or visit us online at littlejohnsbigandtall.com.
It's time to find a health plan that can keep up with your life. A plan that makes getting care convenient, with doctors around the corner.
I can get used to that.
Plus, 24/7 access to care. Plans that keep more money in your pocket, with plan payments as low as $0.
$0. Looks good to me.
Let's find your health solution. Speak to a dedicated Florida Blue agent today. Call 1-850-393-7036 to learn more.
From wanting the perfect dress for the most important day of your life to simply wanting to look your best, let 2 Times a Lady be your saving grace. Whether you're looking for an elegant A-line gown or a trendy cocktail dress, our expert staff will help you find the perfect fit. 2 Times a Lady has been dressing ladies in Pensacola since 1983. Call us at 850-474-3778 or stop by the store at 2755 East Olive Road. We can help you find the ideal dress for your event.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quince Dieter, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to this Wednesday edition of Sunshine's Corner. We are here with doctors. I'm just going to refer to you ladies as doctor and doctor. I love that.
We just Joy and Toinetta.
That's okay, right. Joy and Dr. Joy, Dr. Toinetta.
We just Joy and Toinetta.
Look, I love it. So we've got another call before we go anywhere else, and we'll talk about that. Let's see who this is this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Sunshine.
Good morning.
I got to give a shout out to the Pensacola Naval Hospital because I was the maintenance leader for the Naval Hospital for 7 years, and accolades to the doctors that are out there. I know your time is limited, but there was a lady that worked a lady of color that worked in the ICU at the Pensacola Naval Hospital. And when I came here from Guantanamo, she had stories that she told me about the difference of people that was in the ICU that had family that would come to see them, that had faith that they held on to, and they had love that was exuberating from them.
Right.
If these two doctors could just a little bit talk about the difference of patients and people as a whole in the hospital and outside that have faith, family, and love to hold on to through their sickness.
Okay.
And God bless all of you. Supernatural blessings on all of you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We got one more call. Then we're going to answer that question. They're rolling now. I guess they want to ask y'all some more questions. See, and say it's getting gooder.
Okay, gooder. She gonna be like, can we do a
good morning.
Hey, good morning, Sunshine. Good morning, Joy. Good morning,
Good morning.
Doctor. I forgot her name.
Good morning, Dr. Martin. Good morning.
Hello. How y'all doing this beautiful Wednesday?
Wonderful.
I just want to call and also put in my congratulations to each and every one of you all because y'all are the leaders of the community, and I truly appreciate everything that each and every one of you all are doing. You know, you're always supporting exercise, supporting health, and, you know, we want our people to live longer, and so y'all doing everything that we need to make sure that the health and that we know what we need to be doing to make sure that we are healthy. And I just want to thank each and every one of you all for the part that you all have played in making sure that we have long, healthy lives.
Well, thank you, Dr. Martin.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I pray that y'all have abundance of blessings and that y'all are covered by grace and protection throughout the rest of this year.
Same to
thank
you.
You too, dog. We'll talk to you soon.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye. And
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So I'm gonna reel it back to that question
from the call before that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of research, all the way starting from the cradle. If a baby is held, if a baby is swaddled with someone, some hospitals have like foster grandmothers that come in if it's an adopted baby, so the human touch is important. So when we go back to when we were talking about going back to grandma in the house, we had what we call the village.
That's right. Yes, we did.
And the village did a little bit of everything. I always tell my grandmother she started the first Uber because we would catch the bus to the grocery store and then there'll be old men lined up to take us back home for $3 or $4.
Exactly.
I remember that. And so
I remember that too.
It's very important. There is an intersection where faith and health meet. Right? There are some people whose belief system is so strong that they have to have prayer, meditation. They have to have all of these things in order to properly heal.
Right.
So that is true, right?
Absolutely.
That is true. And family, and to what the young man said about patients that don't have anybody. So at Baptist, our mission statement is to help people throughout life's journey.
Right.
And so in our hospitals, we often have sitters, people that can sit with you, and you can tell.
Of course.
We know we can watch the data and who comes and but it's so important to have that village. But I don't want people to think family has to be the thing that you made or that made you.
Thank you.
family is who you what you create. Whatever your unit is, that's your village. That's your village. You got to see my village the other night. This is my village.
Exactly.
We're each other's village inside of a corporate sector.
That was chills went through me when you said that.
Inside of a corporate sector. So you have to go back to that when we were talking about a closed mouth doesn't get fed, or pride comes before destruction. A lot of times people don't know that you're there.
Right.
And we don't have ESP. We can't say, I can't read your mind.
Exactly.
So you have to be able to say, open that door to say, hey, I'm going to a procedure.
Exactly.
And this is what's happening. And
Exactly.
I need you to go with me.
Exactly.
Church members, girlfriends, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Let me just add lib, because let's talk about faith from a clinical, or in your doctor's office, or in the hospital at the bedside. You know, taking that time to see someone.
Right.
And I really did not understand what it meant to actually, when people say, it's good to see you.
Of course.
You know, and for my response to say, you know what, it is really good to be seen.
Yes.
That means a lot. And
Exactly.
sometimes just sitting with people, with our patients in silence. I have to tell sometimes it's okay for us to sit here in silence.
That's right.
Because you need to be able, as a patient, you need to be able to receive and let that sink in, what I just told you.
Exactly.
You know, and so to take that, when providers take that extra time, and our doctors have have good bedside manners, our nurse practitioners, to take that time to sit down, talk with the patient and family members, and explain what you're doing. You're letting the Christ in you come out.
Come on, girl.
Come on. And so because it could very well be tomorrow my mother.
That's right.
That's right. That's good.
That's right. And so I want someone to take the same time with me, with my mother, that I took with them.
Absolutely.
But if I come in and I turn around and say, you have heart failure, see us in the office in 3 weeks.
And walk out the door with your arms closed,
with my white coat flying.
Thank you.
Then, I can't expect anything more.
Absolutely. What you guys have just said, that works everywhere, and people should take that. Put clothes on those words and wear them, because you never know what it is that you can do. You never know what a person is going through when you walk up to them. A person could be filled with nothing but smiles, but is torment on the inside. But when you feel that there's something that I can reach out to and I can receive it from you, good morning, how are you? I am well today. That can change a person's entire outlook. Instead of morning.
Why are you here?
You ever see? Why are you here? Why am I here? Morning. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had one of the young ladies that works in EVS at the hospital. Let me say this, EVS, shouts out to them. They make it all run smoothly.
That's right.
They make it all run smoothly. And I had that joy face on, and she looked at me, she was like, what's wrong? Because you're not bubbly.
Exactly.
And so she was able to hold me accountable for how I needed to show up.
Exactly.
And I checked myself.
Exactly.
So when I saw her the next time, she was like, okay, there she is.
It shows.
It shows.
It shows. And ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about everyday life, what you can do to uplift another person. Not only just in the hospital, that person preparing to go to the hospital. That person that's at home that got to go there not knowing what the news is that they're going to receive. It's all about the perception of what it is that's in that arena that you're in, that you're pouring out for another person.
Right. And stop saying, I gotta go to the lab today.
Yeah.
Or I gotta go see Dr. Coolie today. I get to.
I get to go there.
I get to go. That's a privilege.
We get this opportunity to share this. So let's do this with a joy. I mean,
no pun intended.
Oh, no pun intended, with the joy in my heart.
But all the sunshine. That was gonna be our first show on the radio, Joy and Sunshine.
Joy, we gonna get that. That's gonna happen, baby. Look, whenever we speak something, I believe when we speak those things, we bring them into existence.
That's right. Yeah.
But I just want to compliment you guys again because of the fact that how many people that you deal with on a daily basis. As a doctor, that you got to go in and talk to somebody. As this faith network person, that you got to go in talking to somebody, and you don't know, but it's a commercial that runs on TV where a young girl is starting college. These two young girls they got a room, they're roommating together.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So when the one roommate is already there, she's sitting at her desk, but the new roommate is walking to the door. But she didn't know what she was going to receive when she walked in, so she was really afraid to push the door to walk in. But when the roommate turned her face and looked and said, "Hi," it changed everything. She was so happy that those two roommates got together because of that, what she received from the young lady that was here, that smile, that warmth. Said, "Come on in, we're in this together."
That's kind of how we met. We weren't roommates or nothing. But one of my favorite commercials right now is a Publix commercial. And it's the song that's playing, "You Gotta Find Your People."
Okay.
I shot that out to my inner core of friends, and I was like, y'all, this is how I feel. You gotta find your people.
Exactly.
And that's what he just said. You gotta find your people. And that's the same guy that called to talk about the breast cancer in men can notice changes in their wives' bodies.
That's right. And he always has an acronym.
Always has an acronym.
To go along with something like that. And it's absolutely beautiful. And I love him with the perfect kind of love. And I got to say this because of the fact he has this prayer list this thick.
They pray over.
That they pray over all the time.
Awesome.
And I think prayer is so important in our lives, and he is one that I thank God that's really out there doing the work, you know. And ladies, I can't believe this, our time is up, but we've had a fantastic day. We have talked about the heart from the outer and the inner.
But we didn't do the clinical.
But look, it's so much to talk about.
It is, but you can come to that class though.
Tell them about the class.
February 20th, 6 p.m., the New Baptist Healthcare in the Bear Family Foundation building, 2nd floor. Dr. Pelberton Balford, that guy right there.
Yeah, right there. I met him.
Yeah, you did. And you met him at the mall.
Yeah, we walked together.
Yeah, and so he will have so much information. This is something that we've normally alternated between him and Toinetta to do for us. So we're just excited about
it's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be fantastic. The room will hold 180 people. I need y'all
to do what you got to do.
Pack
Fill
it
up.
Pack
Fill it up. Pack it out. Do what you got to do. Now I got to pack out before he run me out the door.
Yeah, you do.
But listen to this, everybody. We've got to go, but listen, I want to leave you as I do every single day. Tune in tomorrow. Rick Alston's going to be my guest, and we're going to talk about some things that are rather beneficial for the community. Leaving you as I do, never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first, I'll guarantee you this, you're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for another day of nothing but sunshine. Know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while we're gone.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.